What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chulo the Dawn, and we back with another one. Now, if you tuned into the first video, you remember me revealing the unreleased Jordan High Top Cherry 11s. So while I was on that video, I was like, you know what? I might as well just show y'all the whole 11 collection that I have. Now, pretty much almost every 11 that came out, except the all red high tops and the Jubilees. Well, the Jubilees, you can see I didn't get them because all most of the 11s is black, so I didn't really see the point. I know y'all probably like, well, dang, why you got all the rest of them then? Well, these is classics. That's my excuse. That's why I'm sticking to. Alright. Now, first, I'm gonna say this is my favorite 11 of all time. Concord. Yeah, the Concord. These is just too hard. They don't get no better than this black, white, nice gum bottom. Last time they brought them back out, though, they added the 4-5 on the back. A little different. I rock with it. You know, get a little Barons jersey. Feel me? Throw that on with it. And the navy blue. I just couldn't wait for them to come out with these. I ain't gonna lie. I always seen them, like I said in the first video, customized. Yeah, but I couldn't wait for these to drop. I remember when I first seen the picture, I thought they was fake. I'm like, nah, they gassing it. These ain't never coming out. Then they dropped them. I wound up getting them. I didn't get these on the early release though. I got these on the release date, but on the sneakers app. Shout out sneakers app. These just dropped last year, and I happened to get them early release. I got hit up about these. That's the crazy part. I didn't even know about the early release. I wound up getting hit up. Like, yo, they gonna have the cool grades early release on the sneakers app. So I'm like, alright, well, let me try to get them. Sneakers app came through for your boy again. Here. Let's see where I'm gonna go. These I showed y'all. These was dancing for y'all last time. They still dancing. They still in there. You know, Michael Jackson. 72 and 10s. These is just. These reminded me of the Space Jams just with, instead of the blue, they just added the red right here. Like, literally. Like, not to flex. I'll have to show y'all. That's literally all they did. Oh, and they made the pad leather dance on here a little bit. You know, these was in the box, so you gotta. They kind of dusty, but yeah. It's basically all they did. This is blue. This is red. 4-5 on the back. All black original joint. So I'm gonna take them down. Now, the cap and gowns and the gammas. I got the cap and gowns and my gammas just, they not finished. They decent. Like, if you want to play ball. So I felt like, alright, these is the next closest thing. And I like the gum bottom, all black, everything black. Can't go wrong with these. Throw some all black on. You good. Cross out for the marbles. Now that ain't no 11s. Remember the last video I showed y'all the low top cherry? I still got those. I'm about to show you. It's a story with those. You know, you giving me a hard time over there, buddy. 72 to 10. Well, y'all see me down here. So as long as y'all seen them before on the camera. Oh, another thing with the cool grades. Now these is These are last year's. These are, let me see, yeah. Let me say 2010. Yeah, 2010. These are 2010, 2021. And see, the only thing, the gum bottoms start looking kind of crazy, but they supposedly fixed that with these. But I mean, you'll see. I mean, these is a year in. They still looking good. These ain't too bad. I was still wearing these. I ain't even going front. And people was asking me like how much I wanted. Not even gonna lie. I was surprised. I'm like, man, these just sound dog. Whatever. Now, you know, I call these like the candies. Well, these are North Carolinas. Yeah, I know that. North Carolina. Low top cherry. Low top baby blue. Now, I got a story with these that involved these three sneakers right there. Now, I was in 3rd grade. And these sneakers, all three of them dropped the same year. But these dropped first. Now, I had these. My sister had these. And my mom had these. Now, what they had to do to get to these was crazy. I ain't go with them, but the story they was telling me, back then, you know, they wasn't doing no tickets, so it was like first come, first served. You just had to be there on the line. I mean, this is when people getting up 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, lining up at Foot Locker. I'm in the Bronx, so Dr. J's, Models. They lining up early just to get the J's. But he always released them either the week before Easter or the Saturday before Easter. So people was always in the hassle. Mind you, people already got fits and all that for sneakers. They ain't even getting it. They just getting stuff that they match with the sneaker. Like, yeah, they like that determined. Like, yeah, I'm getting these kicks. So they told me they opened the door. I think back then they opened the door like early for Jordans, like 6 o'clock or something like that, just to get that rush out the way for when the regular hours open up. You know, people could shop civilized. So at 6 o'clock, it was only Jordans being sold. They said for these, they came out in silver and white, just like this low top, silver and white. I mean, you'll have to Google them because that's like the only time I believe they came out. I never seen them out ever again. My brother had those. Yeah, he had those, and there was one other person I seen on the block with them. But I'm gonna get to the story with that involve all three of these in a minute. But I'm talking about these two right now. So they telling me, first of all, they was all hyped because they got their kicks. But they telling me people was running up the, they running up the down escalator. They not even waiting for the escalator to go up. They running up while it's going up. Some of them was on like the middle platform. Some of them was on there, running up just to hurry up and ask the person for the size. So it was like a whole hassle for the J's. I'm like, yeah, and I was mad little back then, so they probably would have trampled me. I ain't even gonna lie. So I'm glad I ain't had to deal with that. I had got my sneakers early, probably like 2 weeks earlier or something like that. But now, elementary school, that's how you know, like, you could kind of figure out who was going to, like, still have it when they get older, because of the way they like putting they fits together, or Easter. For some reason, right after Easter, the next day was school. It was crazy. After you be out all night, you got school the next day. But anyway, you'll see the Easter fits the next day. You could tell who gonna have what. And my brother's friend, I wound up getting cool with him too, named Ito. He had damn near everything. I ain't even gonna lie. So we went to Sports World that year. This is for me it's 3rd grade, so for them it was 5th grade. So yeah, we go to Sports World. And Ito brother named Kev, I wound up getting cool with him. They just shit just is crazy. We went to Sports World. My brother had the silver and white, I believe. Little brother Ito, little brother Kev had these on, I believe, and Ito had these on. I had these on. We in the Sports World. None of this was playing. We just knew them from elementary. Well, we knew Ito from elementary school. And Sports World was in Jersey, so you don't really expect people like from your school in the Bronx to be in Jersey. Like when we seen them, we was looking at them like, "How y'all know about this spot?" And they looking at us the same way, like what y'all doing here? Like how y'all even know about this spot? But yeah, that was the first time I didn't realize it, but that was the first time I ever met Ito brother Kev in my life. That was the first time I ever met. But we didn't realize that till we got older and niggas is like cool. Like niggas is like cool. So yeah, one day we chilling, we telling each other stories and shit. Then I don't know how we even got to eat though. I don't even know how that shit even came up. But yeah, then Cat was telling the story like, yeah, I remember one time the low top 11s. He was like, yo, cause they was coming back out. We found out they was coming back out. This was like a year earlier though. We always found out like the release dates like a year earlier. So when we found out they was coming back out, and he had a story, he was like, yeah, I remember we went to Sports World. Me and Etho had those on. We was like, me and Jonathan looked at him like, Sports World? We like in Jersey? He like, yeah. I'm like, wait, for Easter? He like, yeah. So me and Jonathan like, yo, we was there. We seen Etho. And he was like, I was right next to Etho. He was like, I was with Etho the whole time. So we like, oh, you is the kid that had the J's on. But at the time, we was just standing in the circle and everybody had the J's on. But at that, like they thought my brother was lying because they looking at his. They like yo, what color is yours? He like silver. At the time, this what it was. He wore a size 6. Back then, a size 6 was considered men's. So those only came out in men's sizes. That's what it was. Those only came out in men's sizes. So he was able to get a men's size, and you know, mind you, this is 5th grade. He's wearing a men's size at 5th grade. But yeah. Then what I was saying, yeah. So they was like silver, so they brought them out to the light 99. Let me see when like I ain't like we didn't know those was coming out. That's what they telling him. So they looked down, they came out, so they was like, oh no, those those is fire, this and that. But then that's when they asked like, yo, what size you wear? And he told them like basically, 6. But that's back then that was a men's size. So if your girl is a size 6 right now, she would have been paying men bread for her kicks right now. But yeah, that shit was just crazy. But my brother and Ito is mad cool, and me and Kev is mad cool to this day. Shit is crazy. We got a little separated, but we all still cool and shit through the years. That shit was just, to me, to this day, it's still crazy. He was telling the story about this nigga that we knew exactly what he was talking about. Never forget it. We walked in to laser tag, and they was in there. They was waiting, but that wait was mad long because I don't even think we did the laser tag that time. And it was a Simpsons machine in there. Everybody, if you went to sports world, everybody knew about that Simpsons machine. The kids used to be lined up, wasting all their tokens. Mind you, don't really get no tickets from it. You just sitting there wilding the whole time. But it was the Simpsons and everybody, had their own special weapons and shit. They used to be mad little kids playing, working together, trying to end the game. I never seen nobody end it in there. But yeah, man. So that's my Retro 11 collection. That's my story, my Sports World story. Sports World, they shut down. I don't know. It was every time I went, it was packed. Even when it was on my birthday, it was packed. Like every weekend, that dream was packed. So I don't even know how it shut down. Maybe people sold it. They probably just got tired of it. But yeah, these three involve the Sports World story. You know about Sports World in Jersey. Coming up, that was the spot. That was like a damn, what do we say now? I would say like a Dave and Buster's or New Rock, like New Rock City, because it did have the golf in the back. It had laser tag. They had almost everything that you would go in New Rock or Dave and Buster's. And they're the same thing. It was just in Jersey. But yeah, I showed you all those Concords, 72 and 10s. These were some women Jordans. I just felt them, they was fire. I seen the sparkles in them. I'm like, yeah. Giving me Michael Jack vibes. Both cool grays. Unreleased 2010s. Got the breads. I mean, not 2010s. 1210s. December 10th they dropped. Gamblers, Space Jams, blue and white, cap and gowns. And yeah, we out of here.